keep in mind that no matter when you watch this, it is always going to stay relevant, the content of it. So, meaning today is what? It is the 9th of February in 2025. So, no matter when you're watching this, this is information for you to take whenever you're seeing it realistically. As you are joining, please let me know your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and midheaven. I know that's a lot in the comments. If you are watching the replay back, I am doing this live, so keeping in mind, if you want to jump ahead, you can go down into the timestamps and find your specific reading. You may have like multiple readings because you probably have multiple placements. Like, I don't think that you're a Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, and midheaven. That's very, 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 very unlikely. All right, so let me go over to Facebook real quick because I did ask them who they wanted to start with over there, so we'll see who won. I think it was between like Aquarius and Aries, so let me see. We have okay, Aries won. That's crazy that Aries won. Of course they would. All right, so we'll start off with Aries and then we will keep it moving from there. So this reading is going to be about like how to find your soul path, but also how to integrate that into like your human path, because at first when I was going to do this reading, I'm like, okay, that's a little bit complicated because your soul path and your physical path might be a little bit different, right? Like what might bring you stability and comfort within the physical world what might not be exactly what your soul is aligned with. So that can be very challenging sometimes. So this reading is meant to bridge those gaps between your soul mission and your physical reality, because they might be a little bit different. So wouldn't that be important to understand the energies there? I think so. All right, so we'll start off with Aries. So if you have Aries, sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, or midheaven, this reading will be for you. What does Aries energy, Aries collective need to see right now in order to understand their soul alignment, but also their physical alignment? Okay, Aries, Aries, Aries. Hi, welcome. Please let me know your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, midheaven in the comments. Very curious to know. Actually, let me pull up my comments over here too so I can see it. 1 second, let me turn off the volume on my computer. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, my day's good. How is yours? So we are getting started with Aries collective energy right now. What up, everybody? Please let me know your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars in the comments. We will get it kicked off with Aries. All right. Yeah, if you guys could like this video and subscribe, I would super appreciate it. Definitely helps other people find this as well. All right, guys, so we'll start off with Aries, sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars. What does Aries need to see to get into alignment with their soul path, but also understanding their physical path in this physical reality? Ooh, Aries. I like this for Aries. Okay, I will need a clarifier for this card, but these two make sense. All right, so Aries collective, if you have Aries, sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, this message is for you, or midheaven. All right, so this is the Page of Earth card. I really, really like this card. We have this young lad, okay, and he has already hiked up this massive hill. So he already did a bunch of work. He already learned how to make a fire. He already learned how to, you know, like craft his own, what do you call it? Like protection. And it's kind of giving like Harry Potter right before he was going to Hogwarts, okay? So it's like he had, or maybe like after his first year, returning the second year. So it's like you already have a lot that you understand. And this card is showing you, this Page of Earth is showing you that you have everything that you need to move forward appropriately, whatever that looks like for your path, Aries. I know it might not feel like it sometimes, but it's still gonna be a challenge. Like everything's always a challenge for Aries. And if it weren't, you would get bored. forward, unfortunately, because that's just the nature of your spirit. So, but you already came equipped into this life with everything that you already need, and you're being asked to like remember everything that you do have and reshift your focus on what you do have versus what you don't have. Because when you focus on lack, or you know, oh no, I don't have enough of this, or I don't have enough of experience or something like that, that is not the energy that you're being asked to really, like, on a soul level understand. You're being shown, yeah, you do have everything you need. Love that. All right, so Aries, another thing that's really important for you to understand is that you can choose any path that you wish. You can choose any timeline that you wish. So just don't go backwards, all right? We create new timelines all the time. So for example, if you're driving down the road and you decide to take a left that day instead of a right that day, all right, great. You just created a whole new timeline. And it might not feel like it because it might feel so insignificant, right? But it's really not. There's a lot that goes into every single decision that you make, and the outcomes can be dramatically different. So this is remembering that you can jump to a different timeline if you don't like the outcome of the one you are on right now. And that might take a little bit of meditation is what I'm getting here, to understand like what timeline and what path might be even interesting to you. But the most important thing to understand about this card is that there's a compass right here, and there's a north, there is an east, and there's a west. There is no south. So to me, this card just means, hey, whatever you do, don't move backwards, Aries. All right, so don't go back to an old timeline. There's nothing for you there, all right? Do not go back to an old timeline. That's going to be a waste of your time and your energy, and it's going to keep you like feeling very stuck in cycles that you might really be desperately trying to get out of. All right, so this Page of Fire is the last card that we have for Aries. Let me grab a clarifier here because I am not entirely sure the message just yet. Okay, so Aries, we have the Page of Fire coming out with the Ten of Fire. There may have been some like situations where you were around others. This might involve contracts. Contracts can be really anything. They can be verbal contracts, they can be mental, they can be spiritual contracts, they can be physical contracts. Like, it can mean a lot of things. Again, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what does not. But you've learned a lot, okay? Like, because of the people that you were around and what you were dealing with, you've learned a lot of information that is going to really help you move forward here. So we see on this Page of Fire card that we see like a butterfly coming out of her heart chakra area. And this is a card that's showing you there is a transformation that is happening within you, Aries, based on your past experiences and the wisdom that you have gained from them. Fire energy is very passionate energy. We do see a lot of like fiery energy within this reading, which absolutely makes sense because again, this is for Aries collective. But you're being asked to like, it's feeling like supercharging your emotions here, which has been... in the past, when you have supercharged your emotions, it has led to like blow ups and blow outs. But you're being asked to really understand the power, like the magnitude of your energy, Aries. Because you can use it for whatever you want. You don't have to use it to blow up on people or blow up situations or burn that bridge. You can use it to create something. You can use it like not so much for destruction and war, but for like passion and purpose, okay? So it's understanding that fire element, but knowing that you can create with it or you can destroy with it, but it's up to you how you want to do that. Also, Aries collective, it's really important for you guys to get a little bit away from like Aries, the god of war, versus Aries, the zodiac constellation, because Aries, the zodiac constellation, is the ram, okay? It's not the god of war, it's the ram. So it's the ram with the golden fleece, actually, who came in and saved some people. Was sacrificed eventually, so don't love that part. But yeah, like there's a lot more to understand with Aries energy if you do understand it in like a, I don't want to say a savior complex way, but you like, so for example, this is maybe a dramatic example, but like let's say that you were a soldier at war. You would want that person, that like hero, savior, Aries energy, that bravery energy to come save you out of a hard situation, right? Like not everybody is that brave. Not everybody has that amount of, you know, move forward. Not, I don't want to say they don't think about it. They just like, they know what they have to do and they do it. And I love that for Aries energy. All right, let's move on to the next sign. Let me see who Facebook voted for. I think it was Aquarius. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. So if you have Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars, this message will be for you. Also, Midheaven. All right, Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to see in order to get into alignment with their soul path, but also understanding their physical path as well and how it feeds in? Okay, let's see here. Aquarius. Okay. So Aquarius, you're being asked to put an end to, so you have a lot of people around you, Aquarius, generally speaking. Whether you have let them in close to your circle or not, I'm not really sure. But this, again, it's a collective energy, so take what resonates and leave what does not. All right, so we have this 9 of Air card here. This is showing us that there are a lot of people around you, Aquarius, that you, honestly, it's like... it's like they're keeping you trapped in their emotional wants and needs, and it's like feeling like they're making, this is not this is not what I was expecting to come out of this reading. It's feeling like they're expecting you to fix all of their emotional problems, but that's not your job, okay? Like that's, unless it is your job, like unless you're literally like a psychiatrist or something, you know what I mean? So like most of you are not those. So it's feeling like the people that have not dealt with, or like don't know how to handle their emotions, are looking at Aquarius to take on some of that heavy lifting for them. But Aquarius is so much like, what are you talking about? Like, why would I do that for you? It's feeling very mismatched. Ew, what the hell is this? Okay, hold on, I gotta figure out this energy because this is not what I was expecting. Wow. All right, what is up with these cards, Aquarius? Dang, okay. So we have love and the Hierophant underneath here. So or like the Lover's card and the Hierophant. All right, let me sit with this for a minute. Okay, here's what it is. It's other people thinking they know what love looks like when they might actually not. So like all of these people are coming toward Aquarius being like, why don't you love me? Why don't you this? Why don't you that? Why don't... And it's like Aquarius is trying to teach them that love can look very different in a lot of different scenarios. Like love can look like protection. Love can look like, you know, detachment if somebody isn't in a healthy spot to like be like in that vibration of love with somebody. So it can look like a lot of different things, but because Aquarius is so intelligent and so able to look into themselves and everybody else, other people are coming to them to be like, hey, fix everything for me. It's like they can't though. You have to fix it for yourself. So how does Aquarius help them see that? Damn. It's like, it's a block. What the hell? It's a collective block. Why? Because of the rulerships or who's been influencing Aquarius. Okay. Interesting. Sure. Sure, Aquarius. So also, you guys, you're gonna notice like Aries message versus like Aquarius message, it's going to be very, very different because these are very different collective energies with very... So like Aquarius is more of an advanced energy than Aries would be, so the message automatically is going to be like completely... the energy of it's going to be completely different. Okay. No, there's a lot that's wanting me to stop doing this reading for Aquarius. So I do have to figure this out for the collective here. Let's see. Let me get one more card. All right. What else do we have for Aquarius so we can understand this energy? Because it's weird. Messenger of fire. Okay, Aquarius. It's gonna be interesting, but necessary. So, I'm not saying to like pop off and snap back at people, but this energy, this Messenger of Fire card, this energy is very much about just like saying things how they are in a very passionate way. Welcome if you're just joining. This message is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Midheaven. Please let me know your placements in the comments. I would love to know so I can understand who to read for next. Whoever is watching, I like to try to do, you know, something that's relevant to you. But so Aquarius, how you are going to resolve all of this is by, I don't want to say talking shit, but like telling people about themselves and what you are seeing within them, because most people go through life completely unchecked and nobody stands up to them and nobody tells them like, hey, you're doing this to me, like this is what these are the actions you are taking toward me and this is how it's making me feel. You need like stop or we're not gonna, you know what I mean? So it's getting very vocal about your boundaries and what you accept and what you don't accept, and telling people like, hey, this is not mine to deal with, like you need to deal with this yourself type thing, because otherwise your energy, like other people are just going to come to you and come to you and come to you expecting you to solve all of their effing problems, when if they just took a minute. They're not aware of it though. That's the problem. You are aware of it. You can see it because you are so good at people's patterns and your own patterns too. But it's sometimes it's just easier to see other people's patterns because you're detached from it, and that is what it is. So it's helping people see their own patterns in a way that might be a little bit more aggressive than you are used to. Because I think Aquarius usually likes to take a little bit more of a passive or just like directly kind of rude approach, where this is saying like, no, be passionate about it. Like help them feel that that's not okay. Help them feel that what they're doing had a negative impact or whatever the hell, so that they don't do it anymore, so they become more self-aware, and that is how they are going to grow as humans, generally speaking. All right, so Aquarius, your last card then is the 10 of water. I really, really love this card in general. This card is about building a happy home, happy family. So if you grew up with not a good family, that's okay. This card is here to remind you, hey, you get to create whatever family you want. Like that is a creation that you get to decide as an adult who your family is, because you literally get to date them, you know, marry them, have kids with them if you so choose. That is your family, okay? So that is going to take, though, letting go of all of the relationships or the people or the emotional water connections that you have with others that are not based on tranquility, that do not bring you peace, that do not bring you stability, that are not adding to the future that you see for yourself. If this is a future that you see, I do think that most people do, if they may have like gaslit themselves out of wanting those emotional connections, because it can feel really challenging to have them and maintain them, but it is important to have connections with other humans, generally speaking. So looking around, seeing like, okay, these people are not in alignment with my future or my tranquil family life that I'm trying to create, whereas these people over here, like they have it figured out. These are the people to focus on my energy, you know what I mean? Like these are the ones I'm going to hold on to so that I can nurture this and build this with them. I don't know, take that for what it's worth, Aquarius. All right, who should we do next? Let me know in the comments if you have a preference with who you would like to do next. So far, we've done Aries and Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Who else do we have? Let me know in the comments who you would like me to do next, or I'm gonna choose, and that's not fun. Pisces. All right, let's do Pisces next. Perfect. All right, so this next reading then is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Also your midheaven. So watching for all of those placements. Some of you will have many, many different readings. All right, so Pisces, what does Pisces need to see? We already have 2 cards coming out. All right, so Pisces. Wow, no water for Pisces. Imagine that. Interesting. Pisces, I'm not sure if you've noticed recently, but there have been some shifts within your collective energy, a little bit more away from that Neptunian energy, that fog, that confusion, that like what the hell is going on, toward more of a Jupiterian energy, which can feel a lot lighter and less watery, which is being reflected in the cards. So if you have been a little bit more like optimistic or like dreamy, but in a positive way, I think that hopefully is energy that you are feeling right now. Do let me know in the comments. So I don't have any Pisces placements, but I do have Pisces in my 7th and 8th house, so I do tend to have a lot of Pisces people around me trying to be in relation to me, so it's very interesting. All right, so Pisces, we have the Empress and the Call card, which is actually the Judgment card. Oh, so you're being asked to understand a very Venusian slash Libra, what's the word I'm looking for? Archetype, which is interesting. So, all right, let's take your opposite sign, Pisces. Your opposite sign is Virgo. Virgo is the one that holds the scales of Libra, okay? So Libra is all about judgment. The Empress card does have Venusian energy associated with it as well. So the lesson here actually that you may know or may not know, but you are able as a Pisces, as anybody really, you are able to call spiritual judgment on people, okay? So let's say, actually, Pisces, this is important. A lot of people are into really like dark magic, essentially, or dark witchcraft, or baneful witchcraft. So like there's good stuff, there's bad stuff, there's everything in between. It is what it is. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just there's good and bad people doing everything, right? That's just life. So a lot of people understood, Pisces, that you had a lot of energy, you had a lot of creative energy available to you, and everybody else knew. You may have known too, but maybe not to like the fullest extent that you... It's undeniable, right, with Pisces. It really is. So you're being asked to call judgment on your life, like over your entire life, on anyone and everyone who has ever tried to steal or harness your energy or your destiny, okay? And by literally saying, I'm calling judgment on anything that was not fair to me within this lifetime or any other lifetime, because Pisces have likely been here for a long time, calling judgment, asking for judgment, and also asking for consequence, and asking for that energy to be returned to you for you to use for your own creations, okay? Because a lot of people have been getting away with a lot of shit because a lot of us didn't know we could call judgment. We can. And it's not necessarily going to show up. Actually, I'll give you an example. There was this one girl who did some really messed up stuff to me, but I wasn't 100% sure about it, so I called like spiritual judgment on her. The next day, not next day, maybe the next week or so, I get a call, we're chit-chatting, she tells me, oh, my boyfriend caught me cheating on him and we broke up. I was like, oh, interesting, because I literally had just called judgment. So I was like, oh, right? So stuff like that is how it will manifest within your physical reality, but it is done in spiritual court, okay? There's physical court and there's spiritual court. So I know, right? So she did some really fucked up stuff though, like really messed up. I won't get into it here, but like she deserves a lot worse than that. So yeah, but anyway, but that was part of it. Okay, that was part of the karma for her attempting to destiny swap with me. Because bitch, the fuck. So a lot of you though have gone through that and not known, because you were not aware of, you may have like low-key felt it but not actually been fully aware of it. So yes, this is your time, this is your opportunity to look across your life, call judgment. And because Jupiter energy, which is a ruler of Pisces, is also spiritual law, all right? So like we have Saturn, which tends to be more like physical law, and then we have Jupiter, which is spiritual law. Call judgment. Get your creative energy back. All right. So the next cards we have for Pisces here, again, this is to get in soul alignment, but also how to navigate soul alignment with being a physical being on this physical planet, because they're the same thing, but they're different. So it's like challenging, but you get it, whatever. All right. So the first card we have is this Three of Earth card. The next card we have is this Temptation energy. So Pisces is very much the light and the dark, all right, which I love. I love that for you guys. You are very much duality, which can be really, really cool. So you're being asked right now, Pisces, to really pay attention to who is feeding your light energy and who is feeding your dark energy, because there's going to naturally be both within your life. And how this looks is like, if somebody is like, hey, do you want to go drink for the next 3 weeks and party and, you know, lose our minds and bleh, you're gonna be like, I don't know, kind of, but also I have to go be a person, you know, I have responsibilities. Whereas your other friend might be like, hey, do you want to go wake up at 6 a.m. and drink a kombucha and then run to the top of the hill and then jog down and then do yoga for an hour? You know what I mean? So like that would be feeding your light energy. And light and dark just has to do with the vibrations, okay? So like if you imagine feeling hungover, okay, that is a dark energy. Whereas if you had just, you know, took a shower after a hard yoga class and you felt really good, that would be, you know, like a light energy. So it's like a density versus like light. So definitely consider who is feeding your darkness and who is feeding your light, and go from there. Because if you are around people that are essentially like, let's say that you are dealing with hypersexuality, which a lot of Pisces do because trauma. So let's say that you are dealing with hypersexuality and you go to your friends and you're like, oh my God, I really like this new guy. And they're like, oh my God, did you hook up yet? You know what I mean? Whereas another friend that is a little bit more like healthy for you might be like, oh, like, have you guys, you know, talked about where you're wanting this to go? You know what I mean? Like, slow down type energy, because like, who is giving you feedback, right? Are you getting feedback from other insane people, or I say that lovingly, or are you getting feedback from people that kind of like have things more, a little bit more together? So again, we all, no matter where you're at in life, this is important to consider, because there's always, right? Because there's always going to be those people around. So it's just like, all right, we gotta reel it in some circumstances, but understanding who feeds which energy. Okay, you get it. Yay. So that's Pisces. Let me know if there is a preference for the next one. But so far we have done Aries, Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay. I think we have a pretty decent flow going. I can feel it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Right. So let's do, if we don't have any suggestions, let's do Ophiuchus, get that out of the way. I just realized that my progressed rising is actually Ophiuchus rising, which makes complete sense why I've been like talking about it nonstop for the past 3 years, 4 years now. I don't know. Will I shut up about it? No, I will not. Not anytime soon, anyway. All right, so let's do Ophiuchus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Midheaven. If you don't know where you have Ophiuchus in your natal chart, I highly recommend going over to my website and getting a natal chart. It'll give you a lot more information about you. All right, so interesting. Oh, Ophiuchus, we got some. All right, let me get a clarifier. Jeez Louise. All right. So Ophiuchus, you are being asked to clear out some witchcraft and wizardry that has been placed over your collective, to keep your collective actually under certain illusions too, which is not great. Don't love that. Hold on. What was done? What illusionary work was done on the Ophiuchus collective? Because I do not appreciate that. Okay, so we have mindset, details, maybe, oh, also wanting you guys to like not share who you are, what you know. like keeping, this is a Hermit card if you couldn't see it. It's keeping things like tucked behind or like not, what do I mean by this? I mean, all right. Emotional illusions keeping you out of sharing your light and information and healing energy with the world, wanting you to like stay behind closed doors and not feel like you can share and heal in the ways that you know you can. Okay, so clearly that was done by a force that does not want you to heal things and to be like insecure and overthinking about your energy. So let me see here. What else? How do we get out of that? It's going to be like personal intention is part of it, which is tough. Let me see. Okay, so this is gaining a little, so Ophiuchus, this is gaining a little bit of independence, not being afraid to go down your own path, plant your own seeds, create your own timelines, because the timelines, the Ophiuchus timelines don't exist yet. You have to create them, which is not necessarily, shit, that's part of my Ophiuchus progressed rising path. I'm here to help. So I can help you, but let me know. Like, I don't have to do anything, but you have to take a step toward me for me to take a step toward you in order to help Ophiuchus Collective. What I mean by that, I can retweet you, I can do whatever, I can repost, you know what I mean? Like, we can collab so that you can feel better about that Ophiuchus energy to bring it to the world in a more, like, a brighter light. I will share my Leo light with you. Let me know, like, if you do have this Ophiuchus energy, because I do think this is really important energy for the collective right now. You're being asked to, yes, go independent with whatever. So that could be Reiki, that could be herbalism, that could be, you could be an actual nurse or something. You know what I mean? This is really, or a doctor or anything. This can help you move forward, not to be insecure. It's also a community of other Ophiuchus people that identify with this energy, because it has been hidden for so long. So it is a challenging timeline to break through. I'm not going to pretend it, because it's so hidden, and that clearly that was done on purpose, to keep you guys hidden so that the collective doesn't heal. Imagine that. All right, so, and this is the dark magic, like dark witchcraft card on the bottom. So like that's absolutely what was happening. All right, so this next card we have, we cleared that energy up for you guys. Yay. All right, so the next card we have for Ophiuchus is this Ace of Earth card. New beginnings, realistically, new physical beginnings. This is your reminder that you are very physically protected on this planet. It might not feel like it. Hold on. What's the other energy here? You don't feel like it though. I think some of you have Ophiuchus Collective. You might be tapped in a little bit too much to Scorpio energy. You might be being dragged down to like I'm hearing like depths of hell versus the heights of heaven. That's okay, sure. That's crazy. All right, so Ophiuchus, how you are going to continue to move forward on your physical path through your spiritual healing is charging for the work that you're doing. A lot of you probably are like, oh, I have to. It's kind of giving like Jesus vibes, you know, where he's like, let me go heal people in my missions. It's like, yeah. But what most people don't know is that his lady, Mary Magdalene, she was rich and she funded everything. So he was able to go do everything he did because she had that money and was like, oh yeah, Jesus got some things to say. I'm going to fund him. Right? So that's what happened there. So this is like... So if you don't have somebody just like throwing money at you, then you are going to have to charge for your healing services, which might feel... gross because capitalism, but that's what else are you gonna do, right? You're gonna run yourself dry? No, you're not. You gotta build yourself up, build up your business, get that bank account looking good in order for you to work from a space of stability. All right. That makes sense. All right, cool. So this last one for Ophiuchus, then we have the 5 of water, but also the 6 of air. So some of you right now, Ophiuchus, you are very much trapped in old emotional cycles. I'm not gonna say that there's not things keeping you trapped there. Like there are people keeping you trapped there purposely so that you don't move forward and move on. Because when you have a Ophiuchus energy, you are healing people around you, whether you're aware of it or not. Some people have been abusing that energy as well. So as soon as you pull your energy away from them, they are going to start feeling their karma a little bit more. And by a little bit more, I mean a lot bit more. So because you love people genuinely on a soul level, so this is showing you that if you have been wanting to make a big move, like across the country, even across the city, or even moving out of your parents' house or wherever you're at right now, this is showing you, yes, there is going to take some at least mental, if not probably also physical movement away from these people that are essentially like, this is you trying to get out of your shell, which is very much what we're seeing with Ophiuchus energy right now, you know, showing yourself to the collective, all of that. So you're trying to get out of this shell, but there's so many things that are like, don't you want to stay here in this shell? Like, you're not comfortable, you're clearly fucking miserable, but you have to, you know, you have to cut the strings, you have to actually get out in order. And that actually is a message for some of you. You might have to do a cord cutting ceremony on some individuals, and all that can look like is holding a piece of string, being like, all right, my intention is to, you know, cut the ties, the spiritual or physical ties between me and this other person, so I can move forward with my energy intact and their energy to them. That's fine, and that is an easy spiritual thing to do. Okay, I highly recommend it if you have people that you feel like are trying to hold you back, because they probably are. And a lot of it's subconscious though, so don't be like, you're trying to hold me back. It's like they probably just are, or maybe they're doing it on purpose. I don't know, everybody's different. All right, so that was Ophiuchus. Let's do, actually, let me know if you have any recommendations on which one you want to do next. Let's see, we've already done Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, and Ophiuchus. So let me know. I'm kind of feeling Taurus energy. I don't know if you guys are Taurus folks or not. All right. So we'll do Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Midheaven. What you need to know in order to get into soul alignment, but also how to do that on the physical plane here, because that's what matters too, so we don't fall off of the planet. All right. Oh, geez. I flipped my deck around. I had the Tower upside down, so that, I don't even know. There's some interesting stuff. Oh, Taurus Collective. That's right. So Taurus Collective, you're moving away a little bit from like the bull energy and moving into more of the cow energy, which is the feminine aspect of Taurus energy. So especially if you are a feminine that is in the Taurus Collective, I highly recommend to like get away from that masculine bull energy a little bit, because I don't think it's led any of you where you really want to be. Like, why would you want to be a bull when you could be a cow that's chilling in the, you know, field with flowers? Not that the bulls aren't doing that too, but it's just different. I think part of it was protection. But as we move forward, I think that you can be a little bit more in your feminine energy versus masculine energy, and that's going to get you better results than in the past, because we're on a different timeline now. All right, so let's see. Taurus. Shocker. Okay. All right, so Taurus, you are, this is classic. So 4 of water card for Taurus, you are stuck on somebody, all right? There is somebody taking up a lot of your emotional attention right now. So the 4 of water card, we see this mermaid underwater. She has some pearls, one up by her head, one by her hip, one down by her fin, and one she's holding out like this, being like, this is the one. And usually this like is a person of some sort. So there is a person that is taking up all of your emotional energy? Are they feeding back into you? That is what you need to ask yourself during this time. If they are not, then that connection is not healthy for you, which you already know. This is just a reminder. You're being asked, Taurus collective, to plan for the future here. So let me get one more card. Planning for the future. All right, so we have the Seven of Earth to clarify the plan for the future card, which is the Two of Fire. You have more influence than you think you do. There actually may be a decent amount of people looking to you right now in order to understand like what next steps to take. But you have, first, Taurus, in order to literally move forward, it's going to take releasing of the thing or the person that is taking up your emotional energy but isn't feeding back into you, okay? So this is showing you, like, this guy here, he's looking at this little fairy, like, okay, what do we do? Like, what's next? How do we overcome this? How do we do this? Because it's kind of... feeling like it's never been done before. What though? What hasn't been done before? Going into a higher vibration. Okay, so the Two of Air card, we see this with the Taurus collective is what I'm feeling. So Taurus collective has been stuck on that very low bull vibration for a long time. If you look at society, like thinking about, you know, how bulls are represented, stock market, everything, like there's so much that has to do with whatever. So that's lower energy. So that's the energy down here. That is the energy that most people have been looking at. But you are, Taurus collective that's watching this anyway, you're being asked to go to a higher vibrational state, a vibrational plane. So many of you have a challenging time doing that though, because you are so of the earth. So you don't necessarily tap into your spirituality very often. Shit, how do you guys do this then? Oh, through your love energy, through your heart space. So Taurus, all this is really gonna take is you actually moving through a heart space, not this like desperate, I want you to love me space. No, that's not love. That's desperation, right? Love is when you are in the vibration of love with another person. So like you're both meeting somewhere with love. The Empress energy is Venus, is Venusian. You guys are Venusian energy. So that is how you're being asked to move forward here into that higher vibrational state. It is through love, all right? And love can look like a lot of different things. That can be, it doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be friendships. It can be, you can love your kids, you can love your family, you know what I mean? Like that can be a lot. You can love your creations. It's literally infusing love into every single thing that you are doing in order to get a better result than you had before. The other people, and like you, I think some of Taurus collective is a little bit of afraid to move forward with love because that may not have been the energy that people like were expecting from you the whole time, but that is the energy to tap into to move forward in order to get into soul alignment with on this physical path, right? So it is what it is. So don't think people are going to be like, you're being weird, you're being this, you're being that. It's like, no, you're literally fulfilling your soul purpose, and that is something to be respected. So like people will look up to it and start doing that too, which is awesome. All right, last cards we have is the Two of Water card, and it is clarified by the King of Earth and the Ten of Earth. All right, so let me grab some water actually. Ugh, un momento. All right, so Taurus collective, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Midheaven. Two of Water is very much like really deep emotional connections with other people that you want to build something really dope with. You're being asked to be very, very, very picky and choosy with the people that you let in emotionally. I'm not sure if you watched that Shira 7 girl over on TikTok, but she essentially talks about women raising their value and raising their standards for relationships in general. Like, okay, so what are they bringing? You know, are they helping you with things, or are they distracting you? Are they in this boss energy, or are you she calls them dusties, like are you settling for dusties, right? This is very much like attracting people that are also like have their things together, because Taurus generally has their things together. So why would you attract or allow in somebody that doesn't? That is going to pull on Taurus's energy in a negative way. And people like Pisces or Scorpio or Cancer even, like they can sometimes get in with Taurus because Taurus does have a lot of those physical resources that the water signs need, but that sometimes they do that through emotional manipulation. And Taurus is especially harmed by that energy because they are not as emotional, and they like, but they are still ruled by Venus, so they still want that closeness, that pleasure, that connection, but like not at the expense of them, if that makes sense. So you're being asked to find equal partnership. That's really what this comes down to. So like when you are, if you think you're in love with somebody, if you think whatever, that's great, that's okay. That it is important to have feelings, obviously, but are they on your level? Are they adding to your stability, or are they just, you know, taking it from you for the promise of love and companionship? But like, are they being a good companion? I don't know. All right, so that's Taurus. Who should we do next? Who should we do next? Let me see here. Let's do Gemini. All right. Gemini. So, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. This message is for you. Also, Gemini, Midheaven. As you're watching, if you could please give this video a like and subscribe, I would super appreciate it. It helps other people find my content. All right, so what does Gemini need to see in order to get into soul alignment, but also understanding how to do that on the physical plane? Okay. Ooh. Okay. So, Gemini. I need a clarifier already. I'm like, I think I know. No, there's another card here. Okay. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. You have a lot of really interesting people around you. You always do, though, because you're Gemini. Like, you always have interesting folks because you're an interesting folk. I say that lovingly because you are. You're a weirdo, but so is everybody else. So you just found other people that are also like you. Anyway, so you have some emotional connections right now, Gemini. There's one more card. Oh, interesting. Okay. So Gemini, you have emotional connections to people, to assholes. Shocker. You do though. Like, you have deeply emotional connections to people that are just not good people, signified by the King of Air card here. Manipulative people that are likely, using your energy and your ideas for themselves. Gross. Now you know that. All right, well, that's for you to know. The next card we have is the Queen of Waters. So, Gemini, you are very intuitive. Sometimes, though, you get into your brain more than your actual emotional body, which is okay, but also you're missing out on... Did you see that? There are a lot of blocks for you and your emotional intuition right now. Holy shit. All right, let me figure out what is happening here for Gemini. Welcome if you're just joining us for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Midheaven. So Gemini, there is a massive block to your emotional body right now. Okay. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out how to tell you this message. In order for you to feel what's actually happening, a lot of you guys are numb actually to emotions right now, Gemini. I think so much has happened that you're like, you know what, we're just gonna live up here because this is not working. Which weakens you. You might feel like it strengthens you, but it actually weakens you. It weakens your abilities, your spiritual abilities. Because our emotional body and our heart space has a larger electromagnetic field than our brain does. So when you are tapped out of your heart and only in your head, you are quite literally only half as powerful. So this is your reminder of that, okay? This is your reminder that it is going to take both in order for you to get the full understanding of a situation, because intellectually you might be like, oh, this person's really interesting, this person has a lot going, this person, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, this person, this person, this person. Whereas if you were actually, you know, intelligently feeling that as well versus just thinking about it, you'd be like, oh, wait, this person's a trash piece of person, right? Interesting. So it doesn't help you to shut off your emotions. It actually harms you, even though, don't get me wrong, there may be situations where you're like, I'm not feeling that right now, and that's fine, but other times don't, like if you are tapped out of it, you can't use it, and that's, yeah, just not effective in that energy. That sucks, but that's what you need to know. All right, next energies here is Gemini. You've gotten really used to literally existing within trickster energy, which is okay because that is essentially collectively a lot of the energy that you guys had been dealing with anyway. I highly recommend, Gemini, that you look into the actual mythology behind Gemini. So there's two different mythologies. There's a few of them. The two I talk about the most is Castor and Pollux, of course. They're very interesting twin brothers. One is of the divine, one is of the humans. And then we also have Gilgamesh and Enkidu. So I highly recommend looking into those to draw a little bit more inspiration versus, like, I don't know, modern Gemini energy just does give very trickster energy, very deceptive, very clown, like just fucking clown energy. And I'm not judging you for it. I am a little bit. I have a Gemini Jupiter, so don't get me wrong. I love a good troll. I love a good laugh. I love a good time. I love silliness. I love nonsense. I really genuinely do. But there's the other side of that where it's like trickery, manipulation, lying kind of stuff. And that is energy, Gemini. That is keeping you in these very, very, very low vibrational states. And because you're in those low vibrational states, you're surrounded by, you know, honestly, like people that are smarter than you and are taking advantage of your energy. Because Gemini, you might think you're the smartest person in the bunch, but you're not. Like, you're the lowest air sign. I'm sorry to tell you that, but you are. Like, there's a lot of people that are a lot smarter than you out there, and they know that, and they are using your energy through trickery and deception and lies. Not only using your energy, but have tricked you into thinking that is how to be. Gross. Well, that sucks, but now you know that, so it's up to you what you want to do with it. And some of you might be like, but I like tricking and lying and blah, 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 blah. That's fine. You can like whatever you want, but understand where that leaves you vibrationally at the end of the day and what collective you actually want to be a part of. Up to you. Up to you. Do whatever you want, right? You're a Gemini. You'll figure it out. What the heck did I just do with my deck? Oh, no. Yeah. Well, okay, so the trickery leads to conflict is what I'm being shown here. You're like, why wouldn't I do that? Because it leads to conflict. It leads to inauthentic relationships. It leads to dumb shit that isn't heart-based, and that is low vibrational fuck shit. Okay, so if that's where you want to live and if that's where your energy feels the best, okay, I guess, right? Like, I'm not here to be like, you have to come to a higher vibration. I don't care what you do. I'm just letting you know that you were conditioned and tricked by people smarter than you to give away your energy and to be in the same energy that they have because I don't know, that's what how they want society to go, but I don't think that's how you actually are on or operate on a soul level, but I don't know. Figure it out. All right, so that was Gemini. Next up, if we have any recommendations, let me know in the comments. If you have a sign you would like to do next, we've already done Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, Ophiuchus, Taurus, and Gemini. If I don't hear from anybody in the comments, I'm probably gonna do a water sign next because we've only done Pisces. So probably do Cancer or Scorpio. But let me know in the comments if you have a preference, if you're watching right now. All right, let's do Cancer. Actually, yeah, let's do Cancer. Okay. So, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Midheaven. This is what you need to know in order to get into alignment with your soul's purpose, soul path, but also how to do that while remaining on this earth in a grounded way. Okay, so let's see. What does Cancer need to know right now for this reading? And if you are just tuning in, if you could please give this video a like and subscribe, I appreciate it. All right, Cancer. Interesting. Okay. So Cancer, you actually have a similar message to Pisces. You, Cancer, are allowed to call spiritual judgment on any situation that is in your life that you deem unfair to you of any sort. And it will be worked out in divine court. Okay, so essentially, if you are in a situation you're like, that's unfair to me, be like, all right, I'm calling spiritual judgment. Say, hey, spirit team, I would like to call judgment on this situation. Please, give me and everybody involved the judgment, but also the proper outcome or consequence for whatever the situation is. Yeah, you guys have been through a lot, Cancer Collective, and I hope that it has not been made worse by other people. You do have some very raw, powerful energy, so it would not surprise me if like some other people were trying to tap in and like take advantage of that a little bit. Especially your reactivity, Cancer. So like when you are emotionally reactive to things, that is prime energy harvesting for others. So like they might see how much you care and love about like certain things or certain people, and then they might trigger you on purpose to try to harvest some of your energy, and that sucks. So calling judgment, Cancer, on any situation where you're like, I don't know about that, and seeing what happens, because probably a lot is going to happen. All right. Next card we have is the Hierophant card. So Cancer, let me actually get a clarifier for this card. I really like this card. Hierophant card for Cancer, clarifier, please. Interesting. Oh, okay. So Cancer, it's feeling like actually a lot of the pain from the past, like, yeah, it's still there, whatever. It's kind of feeling like though it's being, oh, interesting. It's being transmuted. So there has been a really big shift with water lately. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed. But basically the water signs and just water across the world and water space, wherever the fuck there's water. A lot of places there's water. Not to be like, a lot of places there's water. Okay, let me chill. I'm sorry, that's a terrible impression. But oh god, I've been watching too much news. Let's be real, all of us have. Anyway. Water. The water has been alchemized a little bit, so it would not surprise me, Cancer, if you are moving away from this like very emotionally unstable place, more toward a place where you are able to show other people what love looks like and what protective love looks like, motherly love. Ooh, I just got like goosebump tingles, because a lot of people do not know how to nurture from a loving space. They just don't. Like, nobody ever did it to them, or not even did it to them. Like, you don't necessarily have to come from a nurturing family or like situation to be nurturing yourself. So Cancer, right now is a really important time for you by time I mean the rest of your life. The rest of your life is an important time to understand that you do have a lot to show and teach others. So just because something is like in society right now maybe held up as higher than, you know, being a mom or like taking care of a family or something like that, you might be here to really help people understand and realize like actually that's a huge responsibility and that's a huge thing to step into, and that's like a massive part of your energy. And I'm not saying like you have to go have kids. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying like teaching other people how to nurture based on the healing that you've already done, because you've already done a lot of healing work. Like, I don't think you need to necessarily be like, oh, I need to work on this. Like, you've already done the majority of it. So now it's, okay, what do you do on the other side of that? How do you show others how to also heal? How do you teach? A lot of this is actually going back to traditional values as well, whatever that looks like for you, Cancer. It's going to be different culturally for every single one of you, but whatever that looks like, highly recommend it. All right, so last card we have for Cancer then is this Five of Water. Okay, so this is mainly being like caught up in patriarchal stuff. We see a little bit of the seahorse here. Seahorses represent Capricorn energy, which represent patriarchy, paternity, fatherhood a little bit here. So hold on, let me one more card. So Cancer Collective, highly recommend doing kind of like what this card recommends, like clearing out any energy that does not add to you. There's been a lot of manipulation done to keep you stuck in old cycles, to keep you keeping pulled to the past, to the darker energy. But you're like, oh my God, I'm over it, right? Like, it does feel like you're over it. You're over being triggered. You're over being emotionally reactive. Like, it feels like you're over so many things because you're like, where has that gotten me? Where is being over? I'm not saying that you're not supposed to be like that, because you are, but like, just less reactive to other people. Staying within your own creations and your own energy. All right, that's Cancer, I guess. So, let me know if you want me to do a specific one in the comments, but if not, we've already done Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, Ophiuchus, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Let's do Libra. Libra? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, cool. So Libra. If you are a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, this message is for you. Or if you have a Libra midheaven. All right, so Libra. Ooh. Interesting. All right, Libra. Your first card, Libra, is this Page of Fire. So we see this girl here. There's a moon in the background. She's standing here with a fan. There's a butterfly shooting out of her chest. We see a tiger down here, very protected. So Libra, you are very protected at this time. You are being asked to, so Libra's being asked to tap into their dark energy a little bit. I'm like pointing up here. Why am I pointing up here? And she's kind of got like this little devious look on her face a little bit. So I feel like Libra collective, Yeah. I'm pointing up here because this is like red Mars energy, because the opposite of Libra is Aries. So Libra, it's giving, balancing out the overly nice, giving, pleasant energy with the like, I will mess you up energy of Aries, right? So it's that, it's the balance between the two. This is some interesting energy. What the heck? Hold on. This is a messed up message, but this is how to balance out Libra energy. Oh no. To balance out Libra energy, it is going to take, you guys aren't going to want to do this. Some of you will, because some of you have Scorpio energy. Do I want to share this message? This is a little violent. It's like, in order for the scales, for Libra's scales of judgment and balance to balance back out, it's kind of giving like Libra almost has to harm other people, which is going to be counterintuitive to who they are as a person. But like by, oh no, by harming, and by harming I probably just mean emotionally. Take it how you want, I guess. It's going to balance out a lot of situations. And obviously, you are wise enough to know, like, you're not going to go be a jerk to somebody that is, you know, a good person. You're just not. This is for the people that have caused pain or have caused terribleness. For example, this is messed up, but I have a Libra rising. For example, I knew this one person in my life had done some really messed up things to me, and I was like, but they were also like helping me with some things at that time. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let them help me the entire time, and they're not gonna get what they want at the end of this, and I know that they don't. So I let them help me to even out the karma that they had, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, where it's like, you're so used to being nice and people pleasing that they won't even see it coming because they think, oh, this person would never. It's like, yeah, well, today's a different day, right? That's life. So that's Libra. That's how to get the balance restored within your life. Until, because some people don't learn lessons until it's done to them, and then they're like, oh, this person is capable. It's like, yeah, you didn't know, did you? Now you do. And that is what it is. All right, next card we have for Libra is the Eight of Water. Eight of Water. Very interesting card. All right, so Libra Collective. Let me get one more. So Libra Collective, you had been stuck in a lot of pain. This is about looking forward and protecting your heart, like from people and situations and things that you already know are very painful. And also understanding that there is new light always coming in. There's always new ships coming in. There's always ships leaving. Like, it's always a continual process, and it's never... There's a band called Eve 6. You've probably heard of them. They sing the song Inside Out. They're from the 90s. But they have an album cover where it's this like dude with no head, and it's called It's All in Your Head, but like he doesn't have a head. And that's what I just saw like with this energy for Libra. Not having a head, but it's all in your head. Hold on. you being stuck on emotions is all in your head at this point, because Libra already knows that like they are a very attractive person, so there's always more coming in for them and there's always stuff leaving, and that just is what it is. So it's all in your head that like if there's, you know, nothing positive coming in for you, because you are facing the sun, like you are cloaked, you are, you know, healing, whatever, but there is still more coming in for you. All right, the last card that, so don't like let your negative mindset, I guess, distract you or take you away from what you could have. All right, so last card is the Ten of Water. This is a reminder, Libra, that you really can transform your family life and like what you really want and to create within a family, but it is going to take letting go of some outdated relationships that don't help you or don't serve you or are not nurturing you or feeding you back. So taking into account, okay, like this person's really good for me, this person's not, this person wants the same things as me, this person doesn't. And then also understanding who to nurture, who to hold on to, who to create the family life that you do want, or this can be friendships too, I guess, but just like a tranquil, chill life. How do you want to create that? And letting go of the relationships that don't reflect that back to you, but then nurturing the ones that do. All right, so that is Libra. Let's do Leo. We have not done Leo yet. All right, Leo. If you are just joining, please let me know your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars in the comments. I would be very curious to know. Also watch for your midheaven. All right, so this is for Leo, sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, midheaven, what you need to know to get into alignment with your soul's path, but also understanding how to do that on this physical plane, because that is what we're doing. Can't just be like, I'm getting in alignment with my soul and lay in bed all day. That's not how that works. All right, unless you're like, no, that's not how that works. Oh, jeez. All right, Leo. Jeez Louise, Leo. Okay, what is happening with this? How did he get into soul alignment? Let me get one here. Okay, so Leo, interesting. We have the Messenger of Earth, which is clarified, interestingly enough, by the Nine of Air. So, how do I put this? Leo has a pretty unique mouthpiece. Like, they are able to say things in ways where if somebody else said it, they might get like quote unquote crucified for it, whereas if Leo says it, everyone's like, well, yeah, they would. You know what I mean? So I don't know. So it's like certain conversations need to be had, certain conversations other people are afraid to have, but you, Leo, are not. Like, you're kind of just like, well, this needs to be said, so I'm gonna say it type thing. Which might lead to a few endings, but this is not really feeling like endings for you. This is more so like conversations that need to be addressed so that they can find like a solution or a resolution. And this might be personally, but this is also feeling like very collectively. Like, I'm kind of seeing like bigger issue conversations, like politics or religion or anything, like bigger that needs to be discussed in order to find like a solution, I guess. And Leo's the sun. So here's what it is. Leo is able to shine light on things through voicing them, all right? And that is going to bring a lot of endings. Okay, that's going to bring a lot of endings for certain circles and certain seeing like, what do you call it? Seeing like enterprises. That's the word I'm looking for. Enterprises. Leo's very powerful. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't mess around with Leo energy if I were you, but what do I know? I'm just a Leo sun, moon rising. No, I'm just a Leo sun, Mercury, and Mars. All right. Six of water. This actually got flipped upside down when I tried to pick it up, so we are just doesn't want to be picked up, I guess. So we're gonna go with this having six of water in reverse here. All right, Leo, you are so fucking over. Interesting, because Cancer is too, like, you are over being sad. You're just like, I'm so fucking over this dumb shit. Like, it feels like you're like, yeah, okay, the past happened. What am I gonna do? Sit here and be upset for the rest of my existence about it? You could, but that's gonna lead you to some really dark paths. And like, Leo, you've already been through your darkness, all right? Like, Saturn was in Aquarius for the last few years, whereas now it's in Pisces. So like, we're in the clear for the next 20 something years. Not really, but like kind of, right? So there's a lot of energy for Leo to be like, all right, yeah, that happened in the past, but that's fine, like whatever. It's also kind of giving forgiveness, because there are certain people that do deserve forgiveness based on the situation. Like, it may not have fully been, you know, their fault, or like them doing you emotionally how they did you, like, may not have really been their idea or their influence, which some of you will understand, some of you won't, which is fine. Take what resonates, leave what does not. But Leo's over it. We're like, you know what? I'm sick of the pain. I'm sick of the trauma. I'm sick of the fuck shit. Like, we're done. We're done. I'm done. I'm done being sad. Okay? And not saying it's a choice. I'm not saying it's that easy. Like, obviously, for some people, it is a chemical thing. Like, there's a lot happening for a lot of us. So I'm not trying to, like, gaslight mental illness or anything like that. I am saying that if you are continuously focusing on all of the things, on healing, on all of the things that hurt you so badly, it's like, okay, great. What are you creating, right? What are you constantly going back into old trauma loops, or are you like, you know what, it's time to create a new life, it's time to create with this energy versus like be sad with this energy? There's a time and a place for both, but I think based on this energy, Leo's just over it, and I love that for you. So Leo, understanding, like, yeah, things were painful, things sucked, but it is what it is. I'm in a better spot now. I don't look like it, I don't look like what I've been through, so whatever, I'm just gonna keep it fucking pushing. And that is Leo energy. I love Leo energy. I love you guys if you're watching. Anyway, so anyway, let me chill out. Maybe not. I'm not really sure. I need to do Leo next. I'm like, oh, this list, but this is why I need to do Leo, because I needed like an energy recharge, and that's what this is. So anyway, enough about me. Back to the rest of the Leos. All right, so we have this 5 of Earth card. This is some really shit energy. I'm not gonna pretend it's not. So Leo, there has been so much work done for you to dim your light. All right, and that's why you're like, you know what? We're just, all the stuff that want me to dim my light, fuck that. I am over it. Oh, I'm swearing now. We're really getting into it now, friends. All right, I was gonna say boys, but you're girls, you're whatever you are. All right. So there has been a lot of witchcraft done that is like, hey, would you like to stay stuck in this one environment, doing this one thing, doing this whatever? And you're like, no, I really wouldn't. I would really like to go do other things, like love people and go be a person and whatever. So all right, how do we get out of this dumbass witchcraft fuck shit? Because I am over so much. We all are. Leo Collective, we're like, get us out of this, because what the hell? All right, so what does Leo need to get out of that stupid, stagnant, stuck? Let me keep you stuck by this tree. Like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. All right, this is Leo remembering your own influence, remembering that you make moves and people follow you, okay? You make moves and people follow you, Leo. Don't forget it. Don't forget it, because you have so much influence, you have so much power, you have so much movement energy, all right? People pay. They attempt to pay for energy like yours, and they still can't get it because it's natural to you, okay? So understanding your own influence behind things, your own power and energy. And so many people have tried to keep you in the dark about, literally in the dark about like your own power and energy. You are the star. Like, Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun is the biggest thing in our solar system. We have so much energy, Leo. Don't forget it. This is me reminding you of your energy, because there's so much of it. I'm gonna watch this later, because I watch my own readings back when I need to, and I'm like, oh yeah, I do have a lot of energy. That's right. And this is for you to remind yourself. All right, that's Leo. Just some cracked out Leo stuff. Don't mind me. I'm not on crack, obviously. Please. You know what I mean, though. All right, let's see. We did Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, Ophiuchus, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Libra, Leo. Let's do Scorpio. Take it the opposite. Scorpio is not the opposite of Leo, but it kind of is, like, on a darkness and light capacity. All right. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, and Midheaven. This message is for you, what you need to know or consider to get into your soul's alignment, but also understanding that you have to exist on this planet, on Earth. Yay. Fucking Earth, bro. We're all in this together. And it shows. All right, let me chill. All right, Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Ooh, Scorpio. What the heck? All right, so Scorpio. You are being asked to be independent. Finish what you started is the other message here. This is your earthly goals. This is the things that you've already been putting a lot of time, effort, and money into. This is, some of you are supposed to be going independent with your energy right now, and some of you are just supposed to finish what you started. So take what resonates and leave what does not. This is a message of financial stability, but also, like, I'm feeling... Why am I feeling like a cook or like a chef, like on a cutting board? Why am I feeling that? Let me get that energy. What is that energy? Because that's weird. I was not expecting that. Oh, some of you might be in the Hanged Man position right now. Some of you are feeling stuck. Some of you are feeling stuck and you're, not all of you. Some of you are like, yeah, I got it. And that's great. Go to the next part of this reading because there's more. But for those of you that are feeling stuck, let's see. What do you need to know? Okay. So Scorpio, if you are feeling stuck and not really able to be independent or move forward in whatever way that you want, you're being asked to, one, tap into your spiritual team, ask them for energy, ask them for guidance, ask them to clear blocks for you as well. Don't be afraid to go out on your own path here. That's really what we are seeing. Actually, both of these cards, with the Seven of Fire, with this unicorn that they tried to harness, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna blow through all this. And then we also have the Star card. So this is Aquarius energy as well, which can also be like going out on your own energy too. It's independence. It's understanding how powerful you are in your own energy, all right? And shining that light into the world for everybody else to see as well. Which sometimes is challenging for Scorpio energy because you prefer to stay in the darkness. So actually, some of you Scorpio have teamed up with people that like to be in the light, but I think that kind of annoys you. So find ways to be independent of that energy while still understanding that in order for you to accomplish your goals, you will have to be seen in some capacity, but make sure you're comfortable with whatever exposure that there is. All right. So next up for Scorpio, we have this Five of Fire energy. So this is not necessarily feeling like, hold on. This is you, but also others. Let me see. Okay. So yes, you can ask a question for sure. So this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Midheaven. So if you have those placements, this message is for you. But this is like trickster energy. So this is about you standing up for the fuck shit, like standing up against the fuck shit. All right. So if somebody says something that rubs you the wrong way, like they're probably trying to steal your energy. I'm not sure, Drisha. This is based on your zodiac placement, so watch for those readings. If you need the timestamps, they will be in the bio when I'm done with the live. But yeah, you feel free to ask questions about the specific ones, but I'm not going to get into any like personal stuff. This is a collective reading. So yes, absolutely. All right, so Scorpio, this is about calling out the trickery and lies around you. This is like if somebody says a lie or, you know, something that isn't accurate, just be like, no, that's not true. Just staring at them, right? Or like, that's not how that went. Or why are you lying? Right? Because that's very aggressive, and the people that are not used to being called on their bullshit, that's very intimidating energy. That's very intimidating energy, and they're not really going to know what to do with it, which is okay because like you have that power and authority, and you scare people. You scare people. You scare people, and that's good. People deserve to be scared by a few people. You know what I mean? And you're one of them, being a Scorpio. So this is because anytime somebody says something inaccurate or, you know, not true or trickster or illusion or anything, if you don't object to it, you are subconsciously, almost involuntarily giving permission for it. So this is like revoking permission and being like, nope, that's not true, right? Just straight up, nope. And the tricksters are gonna real quick be like, oh, we can't bullshit them. And you're gonna be like, no, you cannot. Now what? Right? And it just, they'll have to go from there. All right. And that's how you're going to protect your energy. Not that you don't already, but even more so. All right, this last card we have is the Temptation card. Let me see what this means for Scorpio, because with Scorpio, I don't mind this energy for Scorpio. With other signs, I might be like, oh no, but no, Scorpio feels okay. All right. Oh, interesting. So Scorpio, this is a message for you to vocalize what you want in all of your relationships, sexual relationships, any relationship that you are in with others. If it has to do with money, if it has to do with anything. I'm feeling like sex and money mostly with Scorpio energy, but this is saying like, hey, I want this. I want this. I want this, this, and this. Standing on it, right? And not settling for any less, and not undervaluing yourself in scenarios as well, because Scorpio, you do have a lot of energy to bring to situations. You have a lot of power, which is what most people crave, is power. They think they crave energy, but really they just want power. Most of them, not all of them. So, which is kind of the same thing, I guess, if you know how to use it. All right, that's Scorpio. Okay, so if you are just joining, please let me know your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, or midheaven in the comments, and we will do you next. All right, we have Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, Ophiuchus, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Libra, Leo, and Scorpio. Let's do, who have we not done yet? Virgo. Let's do Virgo. All right. I love Virgo. So this message is for Virgo, sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, and midheaven actually too. So what does Virgo collective need to see in order to get into alignment with their overall path? All right, let's see. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This will be the 11th. Okay. Hopefully my phone does not die. It's plugged in, but it's like charging weird. Okay, so Virgo. Let's see, we'll do Virgo, then we'll do Sag, Capricorn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so Virgo, Sag, Cap. So we'll start with Virgo. All right, Virgo, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I love that for you. It is time for Virgo collective to get their positive karma. If you are watching this, then you're part of my collective. So yay, we did it. We turned the wheel. It took a long time, did it not? Some of you might, okay, so some of you are going to watch this like maybe 2 years from now or so. Right now it's 2025. So some of you are going to watch this later and resonate. Some of you are going to watch this right now and resonate, but it's coming, essentially. So yeah, so you have flipped everything in your favor, which is super dope. Virgo, so the Wheel of Karma, the Wheel of Fortune, how it works is that if you had some like challenging things to overcome within this lifetime and you learned all of your lessons and you did the things and the stuff, yay, that means you get your dharma, or like the good form of karma, or the blessings. Whereas if you are repaying your karma, you're in karmic cycles and it's gonna feel real shitty. But once you paid off your debt and get out of that, then you get to benefit and reap the reward. And then if you want, you can serve karma to other people and like you can get paid for it sometimes. But anyway, so that's maybe the point, maybe not. For some of you it is, for some of you it's not. Anyway, the wheel is turning in your favor. If it's not in your favor yet, then you do have more karmic debt to pay off. So how you pay off karmic debt is by doing good things. Shocker, right? You be a good person. You don't do more messed up stuff to people. You come to things with good intentions, with the best foot forward, and that's how you move that karmic wheel in your favor. All right, the next card we have for Virgo is the Moon card. So let me grab a clarifier here. Moon card for Virgo. All right, Virgo, paying attention to your emotional connections and understanding who is good for you emotionally and who is not good for you emotionally. This is going to take a lot of boundaries, because if Virgo is around people that are not good for them emotionally, it is going to negatively impact their mental and physical health. Okay? Pretty important. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, Virgo, your nervous system. Oh, gross. Ugh. Your nervous system right now, Virgo. There's so many people attacking your energy. And attacking, I say, not like, I don't know. Yeah, there's always spiritual, whatever. That's fine. I'm saying like people that are incompatible with your electromagnetic field and your personal vibration, okay? They will negatively impact, yeah, your mental and physical health. Damn. So it's like, see, here's the hard thing about Virgo. Virgos genuinely want to help heal other people. They want to help raise other people up. They want to help them, you know, be healthy. They want to help them have a better mindset because they're smart, whatever. There's a lot of different things Virgo likes to do for other people, which is great. But if you are constantly surrounding yourself with people that need help and your service, and you aren't around other people that are also like on this higher vibration helping others, and it's just you helping others with all this like low vibrational energy, you're going to be pulled down to that, okay? And that's going to be a really challenging place, because then you're going to get sick, then your energy is going to be negatively affected. Then I'm not trying to put that on you. I'm actually you can decide against that too, but not very many people. You can do that, yes, but not very many people have the energetic discipline in order to make that actually happen. So what is likely the actual solution to that is to balance it out between, you know, so for example, if you are around, I'm going to use fitness for this. If you are around people that can only walk a mile, okay? Which is not bad, like great. If you can walk a mile, fantastic, love that for you. But if you are a marathon runner and you are being forced to only walk a very slow paced mile with people, then your marathon time is going to suffer, okay? Like your marathon time is going to get real bad because you're not training on the higher levels. Like you're only focusing on the people that need help on those lower levels, and you're not surrounding yourself with other marathon trainers that could help you, you know, get even better, right? So it's like, it's not lowering yourself to the point where it negatively impacts you and your plan and where you're trying to go. Because yes, you can help other people, but maybe instead of being like, hey, I'll walk this mile with you, being like, hey, here's this 5-mile race, you know, like let's train for that. Like I'll, you know, I might run laps around you, but I'm still gonna run this with you type thing. I don't know. That's maybe not the best example, but I hope that you understand what I'm saying here. Because you care about people. You care about people. You care about people so much. And I love that. We need people to care. We genuinely do. But not at the complete expense of yourself. You get it. All right. I don't need to explain that more. Cool. The last card we have for Virgo energy is this 5 of Air. This is conflict, all right? There's people around you that are in a lot of conflict, and they want you to be in conflict because they're in conflict, but you actually like, it's feeling like you are pretty balanced in all of this, but other people are like kind of trying to throw you off of this tightrope a little bit. And there's a bunch of different paths in front of you, but there is something like a bird person in this situation, blocking your path. You're not even really looking forward because you're almost like you're performing for the birds. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. You're performing for the birds. Yeah, you are caught up in other people's reality right now, Virgo. Or maybe in general. Huh. Yeah. Let me get a clarifier. Cause hold on. Oh. Okay. Ugh. Too many cards. Give me clarity on this, please. Clarity on the 5 of air for Virgo. Okay. Now we have the page of air. So this is mental energy. Yeah, this is what you're putting your mental energy into. What do I mean performing for the birds though? You are more focused on like what other people are doing than what you are doing. Which is okay, sort of, but I think a lot of Virgos also have Leo placements, so you likely are needing to put your energy back on yourself because you're being mentally mentally manipulated, but by focusing on other people's everything, problems, conflict. Yeah, you're like looking at other people's conflict so much that you're not really focusing in on your path. Interesting. Which is keeping you stuck in this darker energy where you're like, okay, I want to move forward. It's like a darker density. How do I explain this? You also might need to express some things, Virgo. I am feeling a little bit of a throat chakra in the back here. Block. What the heck is this energy? Mercury. Hold on. All right, so in order, Virgo, to get out of this darkness, this energy, you're being asked to step into King of Fire energy, which might actually feel a little bit inauthentic for some of you, but don't let it, is what I'm hearing. So tapping into your heart space, but also going about things in a very passionate way, almost tapping into, if you do have like Sagittarius energy in your chart, or if you have Leo, for sure tap into that. But I think even if you don't have that energy, you can still utilize this fire energy, this King of Fire. This is somebody that is very, coupled with your Virgo energy, this is somebody that's very deliberate about their passionate, sexual, but also that can mean creative energy. This is standing in your own energy so much that it like, I'm seeing these like dissolving into the back. So it's like this energy taking over while this dissolves away, because it's the mental energy of once you step into your passions and your purpose, it's like other people's nonsense just kind of doesn't matter as much because you are so strong and passionate about what you are doing and what you are creating. Yeah, so maybe, not maybe, it's looking at where your energy has been taken advantage of a little bit here, and where it's like, I'm seeing like grade school into adulthood. So kind of like how school sets you up to be an employee, right? Whereas maybe you were not really meant to be that. Like you were meant to have your own ideas and your own course or whatever, but It's like the programming. Yeah. The mental programming. Yes. Okay. It's the mental programming of what you're supposed to do or what you're supposed to pay attention to. Like, because Virgo, they really like order. They really like, oh, this is the next step to this. Like, okay, I graduate, then I get a degree, then I go get a job, whatever. Like, they really like systems. They really like that process. But the process is corrupt, okay? Like, if you are, it's like if it's a computer file, like, that's a corrupt file, right? Like, stop trying to run that program because that's not your program. Like, it's not a good program for you. So it's, yeah. All right, whatever. That's the message. You get it. You either get it or you don't, because that's all I got for you. All right, so that was Virgo. Let's do Sagittarius next. So, two more. Sagittarius and Capricorn. All right. So, oof. Taurus block, not Taurus, Virgo blocks. Not anymore. We had to release a lot of that energy because a lot of the energy that Virgo collective has been dealing with is not energy that is meant for you. Gross. Yeah. Because, you're stuck in the systems that have been created, but those are not the systems that need to be created. And you, Virgo, are part of creating the new systems. Because that's how that goes. All right, actually, let's do Capricorn next, not Sagittarius. We'll end with Sagittarius. That feels right. All right, Capricorn next. Let's get into it. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. This message is for you. Also, Capricorn, Midheaven. This is how to get into alignment with your soul path while also understanding your earthly path as well, because they are intertwined, aren't they? All right, so Capricorn energy, Capricorn collective. What's that song? Hold on, I'm not gonna play it because YouTube, but it's like, then the whole world loves it when you do. It's like, the whole world loves it when you make that sound. Outcast, the whole world, featuring Killer Mike. Okay, because the whole world loves it when you don't get down, and the whole world loves it when you make that sound. Okay. So that is for Capricorn collective, that little song message right there. The whole world loves it when you don't get down. The whole world loves it when you make that sound. So this is speaking about vibrations, okay? This is like not getting down about energy, about life. I'm actually getting pretty big activation tingles right now because I have a Capricorn moon, so this message is pretty important. All right. So 5 of Water is the first card we have here for Capricorn energy. This is actually, interestingly enough, fighting your own programming. Oh no. This is fighting your own emotional programming that has been put on you by society. No, Capricorn. Ugh. Capricorn's uncomfortable. Okay, hold on. Because Capricorn is very used to hard things, okay? Capricorn is used to trauma. Capricorn is, all right, actually, let's back it up. So Pluto actually just went into Capricorn. It's going to be in Capricorn until 2038, all right? We have 13 years of Capricorn, Pluto and Capricorn energy. Pluto through Capricorn is destroying 2 of the Capricorn timelines in order to bring in another Capricorn timeline. Please go to the blog on my website to read about that more, about the different timelines of Capricorn, because there's 3 of them, okay? So that's 3 different timelines for you to exist on. This is about getting out of, oh, I just heard like your own way. Finding a new way through the clearing of old illusions that are like keeping you on old timelines. Yeah. Because Capricorn's very much about timelines. It has to do with Saturn. It has to do with collective energies here. So how do I explain this? One more card. That's how. Okay, cool. Capricorn, okay. Some of you are gonna love this energy, some of you are gonna hate this energy, but I don't care. This is your message. Capricorn needs to get into fuck it mode. And by fuck it mode, I mean they have to stop caring. They have to stop caring about the consequence. They have to stop caring about if it's practical. They have to stop caring about the earthly as much as they are, because Capricorn energy is meant to be physical and non-physical, okay? So if you are only focused on the physical reality, Capricorn, you are not going to get where you want to go. And fuck it mode is saying, I don't care what the 3D is telling me. I am going with where my soul is telling me. And that is really challenging energy for Capricorn, because you do want to be practical. You do want to make sure all of your ducks are in a row. You do want to make sure whatever. But this energy is saying, you know what? No, it's time for you to take a risk. It's time for you to go chase whatever path feels correct for you, because you may have been really limiting yourself, Capricorn. You may have been holding yourself back quite a bit, based on like other people's expectations, based on a lot of different things, but it's kept you out of soul alignment. So other people might look at your decisions and be like, that's irresponsible, that's blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter, because the social conditioning doesn't matter, because if you are not happy on your path right now, that is really what you need to pay attention to in order for you to get into alignment with where you want to actually be. All right, this next card is the World card. Go see the world, Capricorn. Go see the world. Go see different places. Go see different things. This is about changing your mindset so that you can change your outlook on life. And hold on, it's the unlocking of your new identity through a different mindset. Okay, this last one, we have the Nine of Water, and underneath we have the Trickster Fairy. So this is energy of, hey, I'm really valuable, Capricorn. You are very valuable to yourself and the collective. So there's this is about value. This is about personal value. Do not allow others to undervalue you or tell you what your value is, okay? Because they're always, not always, generally speaking, if somebody can get you at a discount, if somebody can get you at a bargain, they're going to try, because why wouldn't they, right? If they can get less for more, they're probably going to try to do that. So this is being aware of other people's tricks. This is being aware of other people's shenanigans that are keeping you feeling like you aren't as valued as you are, because you absolutely are. You have so much to offer every single situation. Never let anyone gaslight you into thinking that you don't have like probably the one up in the situation, because you likely do. Capricorns hold an immense amount of personal power and karma. So yeah. All right, last up we have Sagittarius. This is the last reading. All right, so if you have Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, or Midheaven, this message is for you. This is how to get into alignment with your soul's path while also understanding that we have to be people on this planet. Okay, cool. So Sagittarius. All right, let me get clarifier. Okay, so Sagittarius. First two cards, we have the Four of Water and the Three of Water coming out together. Sagittarius, it is time for you to form emotional connections with others that are reciprocal, all right? That aren't stealing your energy. That I'm feeling and thinking that a lot of, like 40% of you, I guess. I don't know. Sure, we'll go with that number. 40% of you are still focused in on somebody, an emotional connection where you're not receiving the same energy back, and that's stealing your energy. So what you're being asked to move toward is people that are on the same wavelength as you emotionally, that want similar things as you, that have similar values as you, that like to have fun like you, that appreciate things in people. This person, whoever this is, doesn't really feel like they appreciate your energy, even though you like really want theirs, but it's not feeling like they really appreciate yours or even know how. I don't know, that's what it's feeling like. So yeah, surrounding yourself with other people that you can vibe with and not just be like, what am I doing with this thing? All right, or person. Okay, next energies we have is the Two of Fire. It is clarified by the Emperor. Very interesting. So actually, some of you, I just got like a thingy in my eye. So some of you are unable to see things clearly. What is happening? Okay. Hold on. With this energy. Ah. Oh my god. Actually, the interesting part though is that that's not true. You are able to see things clearly. Okay. You are able to see things clearly. That's the joke. It's not funny though. It's not funny at all because people wanted you to think that you couldn't see through things as clearly as you can, and you absolutely can. You are the truth teller, Sagittarius. You like to say things how they are. Not everybody likes that, but you can actually build an empire off of that. I'm getting like Candace Owens vibes, and I'm not saying good or bad, but she's a mouthpiece. She says a lot. She speaks a lot. She says what she needs to say to get her, empire built. And that is essentially what I am seeing here with this Sagittarian energy. Like, okay, say what you gotta say because you're right most of the time. And if you're not right, whatever, you're gonna figure it out. It doesn't matter. I don't know. You can see things clearly, Sag. You can absolutely see things clearly. Do not let others gaslight you into thinking that you can't. And yeah, build your empire around that. If you are like, I don't know what to do with my energy, that's what to do with your energy. Speak truth. Get paid for speaking truth. Whatever that looks like for you, because truth is a little bit subjective. All right. Last card we have for Sagittarius, this is the Six of Fire. Of course, we have a ton of fire energy for Sagittarius. Six of Fire energy is all about understanding your own influence, your own power. Sometimes, oh, this is interesting. So sometimes Sagittarius, you may have to go into a different environment to be valued as much as you are supposed to be. So for example, if you brought a geometry book to a car shop, they might be like, this isn't very useful here. But if you bring a geometry book to a geometry class, they'd be like, wow, I really value this book. I really need this for this class, right? So not just like sharing whatever with whoever, but like knowing your audience, knowing your goal, knowing your people, and going where you're valued versus where people are just gonna look at you like you're crazy, because there are a lot of places for both. So all right, friends, definitely check out my website, www.astronomicastrology.com. There's a lot of really dope stuff on there. I have my course out. You can also get your natal chart. It shows you where Ophiuchus is, has the accurate sizes of all of the zodiac constellations. There will be blogs up. There's a lot to look at, so yeah, head over there. All right, love you guys. Till next time. Be safe. Good luck. Love you. Bye.